spring 1991. In this lovely suburban home in Niagara Falls, New York, a sad drama is unfolding.
Oh, the 12? I thought you told me the 10 and the 12.
Loretta Myers, a 69-year-old widow, is having trouble remembering dates.
Oh, the 15. And can Jeff come with you? Oh, good.
Loretta is looking forward to the visit of her daughter Catherine and son-in-law Jeff, but she can't seem to get their arrival time quite straight.
Oh, the 23rd. Okay, I think I have it now.
Loretta Myers was a retired nurse who had lived in Niagara Falls most of her life. Her second husband had passed away a few months earlier, and the phone call was the latest hint that all was not well with Loretta.
Ashley would love that sweater.
Go get it.
I'm going to go back. Do you want to come with me?
Once Catherine and Jeff arrived in Niagara Falls, they began to realize that Loretta's forgetfulness might not be temporary.
Who is Ashley now?
She's 8.
Oh, she's such a big girl. How's she doing in school?
She is doing great. We are so proud of her.
I graduated last week, you know.
I'm sorry?
I graduated from the University of Buffalo last week. I finally got my nurse's degree.
She was talking about basically that she just graduated from school, which she graduated over 50 years ago from nursing school in Niagara Falls. And she just began to, the whole conversation was as it was 50 years ago.
Catherine and Jeff hoped Loretta might benefit from a change of scenery. They took her to the family vacation home in Canada, but her condition did not improve.
My mother, at around 2 or 3 in the morning, the first evening that we had gotten to the cottage, was wandering around outside, crying in her nightgown.
Mom, what are you doing outside?
Somebody stole my car.
No one stole your car. We drove in our car.
No, I parked it right there, I remember.
We explained to her that her car was not there, that it was in Niagara Falls, which was about 45 minutes away, and that she had driven to the cottage with us in our car. And she just refused to believe us and was really, really upset.
Over the next few days, Loretta deteriorated to the point of paranoia.
She began to walk around the cottage and closed all the doors, the windows, basically securing the cottage up. She got a chair, barricaded it in front of the bathroom door, and said, you know, what are you doing? And she said, well, we have to close it up. There's someone in the garage.
What?
There's somebody in the garage.
Mom, that's the bathroom.
What? No, Jeff, it's my garage.
To Loretta Myers' family, the signs now seemed unmistakable. Loretta was almost certainly in the early stages of Alzheimer's disease. For thousands of people every year, the onset of Alzheimer's marks the start of a prolonged private tragedy. But in the case of Loretta Myers, it also provoked a troubling unsolved mystery. It began when Loretta's son, Joseph Scalzo, heard that his mother was keeping company with a man no one seemed to know much about. Joe lived just a few miles from his mother in Niagara Falls.
Oh, what a nice surprise.
Most every day, he dropped by to check up on her. And in October of 1993, he finally met Loretta's new friend.
Hi. This is my son, Joe.
Hi, how do you do?
Joe, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Your mother speaks of you a great deal.
Oh, all good, Alan.
I just can't tell you how much he helps me around the place. He's been a godsend.
Good.
How'd you two meet?
The coffee shop.
Coffee shop?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Are you from around here? I don't remember.
Well, no, I'm from California originally, but
California?
you know, your mom's a very special lady.
Yeah, well, I think so.
To me, she was acting like a little kid, and it was her boyfriend. You know, but I just couldn't relate that, you know, because it's my mother, you know, and he was so much younger.
So what do you do?
Well, I do all kinds of odd jobs, and
Yeah?
I take care of your mom.
The man informed a surprised Joe that he had recently moved out of the YMCA and into Loretta's house.
How long have you been taking care of her mom?
Well, been a while now, hasn't it? Yeah.
When I asked him what his intentions were, he told me that he was going to be her savior, that she needed help, and not more or less like we weren't there because I see my mother every day. There was never a day that would go by that I wouldn't go see her, you know, if she needed anything. But like I said, I could just see she was starting to slip away, and I think he's seen it too.
Over the next few days, Joe stopped by his mother's house several times, but no one answered the door. When he finally did see Loretta and her companion again, events took a truly bizarre turn.
They were sitting in the living room, in the kitchen, and they were having coffee. And the first thing I asked her was how the back windows got broke.
What happened to the
Which she looked at me and said that
How would I know?
the gentleman
Well, we thought you did.
said I did it.
Now, why would I break my own mother's window?
Oh, we know you've been trying to get in.
You locked me up for 3 days.
What are you boys arguing about?
Mom, what's going on between the two of you?
Don't worry about a thing. We're married now.
When did that happen?
A few days ago.
I didn't know what to say to her, and she said that he would take care of her and would take a lot of strain off of me, and he would watch over her. And I had said to her again, my biggest concern was I wanted to get her back to the doctor.
Mom?
When Joe returned the following day, he was greeted by an empty house.
I just kept driving all day, checking the house, checking the house, checking the house, and they never came home. So the very next morning, I went back with a policeman friend of mine and a friend of mine from the medical staff at the hospital. And the house was locked right up completely, and we couldn't get in. So I had to break the side door to get in.
Is anybody home?
And when we went in the house, nothing was touched in the house. Everything was there. But there was a salad left on the table, and her car was missing out of the garage, and we never see my mother since then.
Loretta's jewelry and silver, several $100,000 worth, had been pawned. Loretta had also taken out a $5,000 cash advance on her only credit card. Three days later, and 1,400 miles away, a Texas state trooper pulled over a car with New York plates for speeding.
Sir, were you aware that there's a missing persons report out of Niagara Falls, New York, on this vehicle?
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, we left in kind of a hurry, but it's our car. There's no reason for anybody to, you know, be looking for anybody.
Ma'am, is your name Loretta Myers?
Yes?
Uh-huh. Sir, what's your relationship to this lady?
Well, I'm her husband.
Uh-huh. Do you have any proof or documentation?
I sure do. Would a copy of our marriage license be good enough?
Sure you got enough of them?
Yeah, well, we ran off a bunch of them.
The gentleman that was with my mother had produced to the police in Texas 10 copies of the same marriage license, which they found was very strange. You know, they could understand why he would find it necessary to have so many.
No, dear. There's no problem. We're fine. We're at the police station, and we'll be home in 10 minutes.
The authorities contacted Joe, who says his mother was obviously
We're in
confused.
Niagara Falls. We'll be home in a little while. He wants to talk to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand. But marriage license is legal, sir. And we only stopped him in Texas for speeding. I understand. But there's nothing we can do here. We have to let him go.
I asked to speak to her friend. And when he got on the phone, he just told, I asked him to bring her right, you know, to head back. And when they come back, we'd talk everything over and take care of things. And he told me on the phone that I would never ever see my mother again. And which I never talked to her after that.
Catherine and Jeff, however, did talk to Loretta once more.
It's so good to hear your voice. Oh, we're fine. Where are we?
Costa Mesa, California.
We're in Costa Mesa, California. Oh, I think that's a good idea. They're going to take care of all my affairs. Money? Do we need money?
Let me talk to him. No, we don't need any money. Look, I'll call you if we need anything. Yeah, I'm taking good care of my wife.
I said, well, you know, you have to understand, we're very concerned. We're her family. And he said that, you know, that he had a problem with trust with us. And I said, you know, I got a little bit angry, and I said, well, you have no reason not to trust me. You don't even know me. I've only met you once.
During my conversation with Loretta and this man, when I talked to him, he assured me that he would continually contact us. He would let us know that she was okay. Anytime they went somewhere else, because their word to me was they were going to travel around. And he would let us know where they were.
Despite his promises, Loretta's husband did not stay in touch. 10 months passed. Then on September 27, 1994, a deputy sheriff in Jefferson County, Montana, found Loretta's car, which had first appeared to have been abandoned. On closer inspection, however, it looked as if someone had been living in the car. Once again, the authorities contacted Loretta's son, Joe.
I was sick. I mean, I was devastated. I didn't know what to think. You know, I mean, I was so far away, you know, it's not like, you know, I could see the car or see how it was done. It just didn't sound good. You know, I mean, it just sounded like something was wrong.
289, I'm at the abandoned vehicle site. I'll be out of the car.
After his conversation with Joe, the deputy went back to impound Loretta's car.
As he headed back towards the vehicle, he overheard the vehicle's engine start, and the vehicle sped away. Losing contact with the vehicle, he proceeded back to his car and gave chase, and had lost the vehicle somewhere in the darkness in the woods.
I was terrified. That was probably the most scared that I've been through this whole ordeal. I had actually myself received the phone call from my brother, and I could tell my brother was terrified too. My immediate thought was that she was dead.
What has happened to Loretta Myers? The only thing anyone knows for sure is that Loretta and her husband are still missing. Loretta Myers is 73 years old and 4 feet 10 inches tall with gray hair. Her favorite color is purple. Loretta has a 10-inch scar running from mid-sternum to mid-back, the result of surgery for a hiatal hernia. Loretta's family is desperate for news of her. Tonight they extend an urgent plea to Loretta or her husband to get in touch with them. The couple was last seen in Chandler, Arizona on January 23, 1995. At that time, they were both in Loretta's car, a green 1985 Oldsmobile with New York plates. Update. Loretta Myers has been found in Bellingham, Washington. Her marriage to Jerome Johnson was annulled, and she has been reunited with her family. We will bring you more on this story in a later broadcast. Recently, we profiled the case of a woman suffering from Alzheimer's disease who had disappeared in 1993. We called her story, Where's Loretta? And we now have an answer. She's back home with her family where she belongs.
The 12th.
It was in the spring of 1991. The 69-year-old Loretta Myers began to show signs of forgetfulness.
The 15th.
Over the next year, her condition deteriorated, and she was diagnosed as being in the early stages of Alzheimer's. In October of 1993, Loretta's children were surprised to discover that their ailing mother had taken in a companion, a man at least 20 years her junior.
Son Joe. Hi, how do you do?
Joe, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
When I asked him what his intentions were, he told me that he was going to be her savior. I could just see she was starting to slip away, and I think he's seen it too.
Loretta's children worried that the man might take advantage of her condition. They became convinced of it when Loretta suddenly announced that she had married her new friend.
Mom?
A few days later, Joe stopped by his mother's house. It was empty. The car was gone. the newlyweds had vanished. Over the next 21 months, Loretta and her husband were spotted in various locations, including Texas, Arizona, and possibly Montana.
Oh, we're fine.
Loretta even spoke to her family on several occasions, but her new husband refused to bring her home. When all contact ceased, Loretta's children began to fear the worst.
I think that's a good idea.
I was terrified. That was probably the most scared that I've been through this whole ordeal.
Last July, just minutes after we aired Loretta's story for the second time, a viewer in Bellingham, Washington called the phone center. Incredibly, he reported that at that very moment, the woman we were looking for was sitting in a car just outside his house. Here's Keely Shea Smith with more details.
Once we confirmed that the woman was indeed Loretta Myers, events moved rapidly. 3 days later, Bellingham police caught up with the couple in a local shopping mall. Loretta's companion was detained for a day and later released. Meanwhile, Loretta was put on a plane bound for Buffalo, New York, where her daughter Catherine and granddaughter Ashley were waiting.
Oh, my sweetheart.
It was one of the happiest days of my life. It was wonderful, and I have to thank really Unsolved Mysteries for that, because if it wasn't for the story airing and the re-airing, we wouldn't have had a chance at all of ever finding her, ever.
They're waiting for you. See Ashley? There's Ashley.
Oh, darling. Oh, my sweetheart. I didn't even see you. Oh, dear me.
I just cried and went up and hugged her and everything. I was just crying and everything.
I miss you. I love you. I love you too, honey. My darling, my darling.
I'll tell you, it's the biggest sigh of relief that I can even try to contemplate to you with what this is. Just to have my children with me and back home. It's just a great big relief.
For Loretta, the thrill of being reunited with her family is matched only by their joy in having her back.
Well, it makes me feel like I know she can be here and she's not going to leave. And what makes me happiest now is just having her here with us and living with us and having her here with me.
It was quite a situation, really a very, very, very nice feeling, because to be found again and to be back with the people that you love, it's a great feeling.